Your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first, sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
Good Thursday morning. The time now is 6:30, and compared to yesterday, we are waking up mostly dry. We also have a few less clouds across the area, although just west of our area, we do have some scattered showers, and even offshore, just a little bit of that rainfall continuing as well. We are going to be seeing that as we head into the afternoon for more scattered chances, but most of us are going to be just a little bit more dry, even compared to what we had for the start of the week, because we're looking to see anywhere from a tenth to a half of an inch of rainfall. There's still a chance for some isolated areas, though, to see at least over an inch in those heavier downpours by the afternoon. But early this morning, we are dry. It's just very foggy. We have 2-mile visibility in North Myrtle Beach, 7 in Marion, half-mile in Scranton. I mean, it's really foggy out there, and we are going to be seeing some of our temperatures warming up. So if you're heading out right now, we're in the 70s. Feels even warmer than that with the high humidity. Actual temperatures will be able to make it into the upper 80s and lower 90s by the afternoon, with more chances for some scattered showers in our forecast. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Krista, thank you so much. And now for a look at some of today's top local stories. City utility crews in Florence are working to repair an 8-inch water main break. Officials say customers in the Alligator Road service area may experience low water pressure until repairs are complete. If you have discolored water, once the water pressure returns, run the tap until it clears.
And drivers in the PD may see some slowdowns on I-95 this morning. The southbound right lane on the bridge over the Great PD River closed at 4 this morning, so crews can work on a section of the bridge deck. The work is expected to be done later today, and drivers are asked to slow down and beware of crews traveling through the area. And you can support Horry County students and backpack buddies with the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Back to School Drive. You can drop off school supplies at participating Circle K locations or the Pelican Stadium now through August 23rd, and you'll receive a buy one get one free ticket voucher for Pelicans home game between August 11th and the 23rd. And deputies in Scotland County say a man is facing child abuse charges after a juvenile was hit by a vehicle. Authorities say Christopher Jackson was arrested after deputies responded Wednesday morning to Morgan Street for a juvenile being hit by a vehicle. The victim was taken to a children's trauma center for treatment. Jackson was taken to the Scotland County Magistrate's office, where he was given a $50,000 bond, and he is awaiting his first court appearance.
3 people are dead and another is in the hospital this morning after a mass shooting at a central North Carolina home. Caswell County deputies say it happened at a home northwest of Prospect Hill just before 8 Wednesday morning. Investigators believe one of the people killed was the gunman. The survivor is being treated at a hospital, but that person's condition is not being released.
There is no threat to the general public, and the event is contained to the above address. The Caswell County Sheriff's Office has notified victims next of kin. We are not releasing those names at this time out of respect for the family. All the members were in the same family.
Deputies and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation are working to determine a motive.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
Well, we're not seeing any rain this morning. We do have areas of patchy, dense fog from 501 all the way up to Conway. So just give yourself some extra time on the roads while heading out because it is very dense. Right now, though, a live look on US 17 and SC 22. We have a few cars out there, but traffic flows are moving smoothly. From 501 Highway 544 to Carolina Forest, drive times are 7 minutes. 17 Farrell Parkway to Glens Bay will also take you 7. 17 Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway right now is moving about 8 minutes. And right now, a live look for parts of downtown Florence. We actually have a lot of areas seeing that dense patchy fog kind of taking over most of the roads. That's that gray area. So it is causing a little bit of some light commuter traffic going on for parts of South Irby Street, but it's not affecting too many of our drive times. 52 Palmetto to I-95 right now is about 6 minutes. 76 5 Points to Irby will take you 4. And 95 TV Road to 76 is moving on time with 9 minutes.
All right, Krista, thank you so much. Well, News 13 is your local election headquarters, and early voting in the South Carolina Special Republican U.S. Senate primary got underway yesterday. You can vote from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. through Friday. And a reminder, primary day is next Tuesday. You'll need a valid photo ID to cast a ballot. The winner will replace the late Senator Lindsey Graham on the ballot and face Democrat Dr. Annie Andrews in the November election. 4 of the Republican candidates took the debate stage Tuesday night, and you can watch that full debate right now at WPTW.com.
The South Carolina Supreme Court has denied the state election commission and GOP's request to pull a candidate off the U.S. Senate primary ballot for not meeting certain requirements. With more than 8,000 ballots already cast, the court says removing Danny Ford II now would only create more confusion. Justices also called out the Election Commission for adding Ford's name to ballots while its own appeal was still pending. A briefing scheduled for that appeal is still to come, but for now, Ford stays on the ballot.
The NTSB says it's investigating a loss of separation between the president's helicopter and a passenger plane leaving Reagan National Airport.
That's right. This after authorities arrested a man at President Trump's Los Angeles golf course. News Nation Washington correspondent Vinay Simlot is joining us live now this morning. Vinay, good morning to you. Can you tell us what do we know so far?
Yeah, Jeff and Adriana, a couple of safety issues for the president, but the FAA and the White House say the president was never in any danger when Marine One was leaving the White House. Generally, Reagan National Airport stops flights taking off and landing when Marine One is in the air from the White House, but on Tuesday that did not happen. Confusion as President Donald Trump's helicopter left the White House. The controller appeared caught off guard by the Marine One pilot.
Marine One, you said your proceeding is brief?
The controller gave Marine One a warning about a plane taking off.
Got traffic rotating off runway 1, E-170.
Air traffic control usually stops commercial flights from Reagan National Airport while Marine One is leaving. The FAA says a review shows a momentary loss of separation, but the airplane and Marine One were moving away from each other. Both the FAA and NTSB say they're investigating. President Trump got to Joint Base Andrews and boarded his flight to California. Ahead of the president's visit to his California golf course on Tuesday, authorities arrested a man on Sunday. They say he pretended to be part of the president's security detail and had a stash of illegal weapons in his car and his home. The president faced threats just this year. In May, Secret Service says a man fired a pistol less than a block from the perimeter of the White House. President Trump was inside. In April, prosecutors say someone fired at Secret Service outside the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Trump was taken to safety. And the U.S. Marine Corps says the president was never in any danger. This was not a close call. But again, it highlights the communication issues between the Pentagon and air traffic control. Remember, there was that crash here outside Reagan National Airport in January of 2025. An Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with a passenger jet, killing 67 people. Jevin, Adriana?
That's right, Vinay. Thank you so much. And can Social Security be saved? A new report warns the program could be insolvent in just 6 years. Members of both parties who sit on the Senate Finance Committee agree that something must be done to save Social Security. In fact, retirees could see their benefits cut by around 22% starting in 2032. The senators are considering creating a special commission to work on the issue, but that too faces opposition. Even so, experts say the longer Congress waits to act, the larger the increase could become. And the Senate has confirmed a new director for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the first confirmed director in nearly a year. Dr. Erica Schwartz was approved by the Senate in a 51-44 vote. Schwartz has medical and law degrees, served as Deputy Surgeon General, and has held a leadership position within the U.S. Coast Guard. Now, some senators questioned whether Schwartz would be willing to stand up to Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. if he ordered the CDC to do something unsupported by science. Schwartz is the third Trump nominee for CDC director in the past 18 months. With wildfire season comes air quality issues. Just ahead, how the ozone is not only impacting humans, but your pets as well.